What happens when a group of paranormal investigators start a conversation? You get Ghosts of the Coast Paranormal, the podcast. Tales of the dead, the bizarre, and all things supernatural. Join us now as we discuss a plethora of things. Ooh. Hi, and welcome back to Ghosts of the Coast Paranormal, the podcast. I'm Erin.
I'm Linnea.
Deborah.
Ooh, and today we have a special guest.
Yes. Who do we have, Linnea?
We have the reason I've been MIA for months.
Yeah, I know. We told everybody why you were MIA last week, but then we had technical difficulties
Yeah.
and that episode never got released. So we're here to tell it. What? So that's the reason Lenny has been out for a couple of weeks, months.
I don't even know.
There's nothing like being a grandma, is there?
Yeah, she's cute.
Little baby. Little baby. She's like, what the hell is going on? Who are these people talking to me?
Look at her smiling. Hi, Dumpling.
It almost looked like she waved.
Yeah.
Hey, Dumpling. Hi. She's going to be the boss lady.
So this is Linnea grandbaby. And she just turned, 4 months old, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Time flies when you're having fun.
It sure does.
Yeah.
So how's everybody doing today?
Girl, I ain't even going to lie. I'm tired.
Me
I'm
too,
ready
girl.
to go to bed.
Me too, girl. Yeah, we like I said, we tried to record this last week, but we had technology was not on our side. So we're gonna probably repeat a lot of what we did last week. But
we were tired last week, so we don't remember it anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
we forgotten. They never heard it.
but there are a few interesting topics that I do want to talk about tonight, and they're just like opinion topics, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, we've been a little MIA here from the podcast too, just because everybody's been so busy that we've kind of taken that little bit of a step back. But also, we're in the process of reworking things with the podcast. And I can't wait to tell everybody what it is that we're trying to rework and redo, restructure. But we got some interesting things in store for you guys. And like I said, I can't wait to make the announcement. Are you guys excited about it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm super excited. And then on a side note, you guys, we are in October, we are going to do a live episode from the Conway Marina in Conway, South Carolina. And we want everybody that is within our listening area, even if you're not in our listening area, we want you to join in on the live, participate, tell us your spooky stories, what you love about Halloween. We also want you guys to, if you're local, come out, bring some lawn chairs, come out and sit and watch the show. Come out and participate, interact with us. You might have a chance to be on the show. And also, we're going to probably this week, we're going to drop our phone number. And you guys will have the chance to call in our phone number and like share your spooky experiences with us. Even if you're not local, even if you're not in the chat, you'll have that opportunity to participate with us. So I'm pretty excited about that.
We should do a little walk around Halloween Town after the podcast that day.
Yeah.
Out. We can do a little group walk.
Heck yeah, we can do that. We have a lot of stuff going on. Um, with October, we're super busy in October, so I'm pretty excited about it. But um, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty stoked about October. We got a lot coming up. We're doing some boat tours with Walkabout Outfitters. Shout out.
And check them out. Look them up.
Look them up on social media. Check them out. We're doing a couple of walking investigations around Conway. So check those out too. Well, within reason. I think we only have 2 dates that we're doing it, and one date is pretty full. Um, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff coming up. What are y'all most looking forward to about October?
All of it. It's just my favorite month.
It's mine too. What about you, Deborah?
Right now, anything.
She said right now
Like,
I'm looking
is it going to
forward to
cool down at all for October? So we went to the pumpkin patch yesterday morning. And Gianna and her friend both dressed like for fall because we could do like fall pictures. And we were
I seen that, and I was getting hot looking at them.
yeah, we were there 2 minutes, and they were like, "Oh my god, I'm dying!" I was like, "Oh my god, I can't take you guys anywhere." He's like, "I can't be in pictures. I'm sweating." I'm like, "What'd you think?" She's like, "But this is a fall activity." I'm like, "You still know where you live? It's still 87 degrees here."
Yeah, it's not fall yet.
Yeah, she was dressed for 37.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to all things spooky, all things fall. I'm just looking forward to it all. Like we're gonna have fun. We got a lot of investigations coming up. Um, Speaking of investigations, we had the opportunity to go on a really cool investigation this past weekend for National Ghost Hunting Day. I didn't even know that was a thing. If I'm being totally
I didn't know
honest.
class.
So yeah, I didn't even know like National Ghost Hunting Day was Saturday, but it worked out perfectly that it was because we went on a really cool investigation. And I hate, Linnea, that you couldn't go.
Girl, my heartburn was so bad, and I have not even had I literally don't even know if it was heartburn or like I'm starting to think maybe I was like passing a gallstone or something because Tums was not helping. I didn't even eat anything, so
wow.
I'm just
Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better, but I hated that you couldn't go.
I know.
But here's the thing. We have an opportunity, like they're gonna try and get us back in there.
Well, that's awesome.
And hopefully back in there into places that we weren't able to get into this time.
So then I'm not going to watch or review or listen to anything that you guys done so that I can go in blind.
Okay. So well, that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight is some of our experiences. That's one of the things that I wanted to talk about is some of our experiences.
Okay. Then I won't for this one. We'll do that another
time. And there was something that I wanted to show you guys and get your opinions on. Yeah?
Let's go. So let me see if I can make my screen bigger. Oh, nice. Okay.
Woo. So this location that we went to, it was in Conway, but it's an undisclosed location, so we will not tell you where we went. But first of all, this location's really old. But Deborah, what did you think of this location?
You need to have control over your senses going in there.
As far as
they're coming at you every which way.
Oh, that would be rough on me.
Every which way. So when you go in, you not only do you need to set your intentions, but you need to put your mindset to stay focused. Because if you don't, you are going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Now, It wasn't that there was a bunch of them coming through at one time talking. There's just so much activity.
Okay.
You've got 3.5 floors.
Don't do
Oh
that.
my goodness, who's pinching her? You've got 3.5 floors of a building that's well over 100 years old
Okay.
Mhm.
that has housed everything from records to bodies.
Mhm.
Like how many bodies we talking?
Bodies, like,
Lots,
yeah.
lots, lots. I think at one point it was used as a makeshift morgue
Oh,
Mhm.
in the
okay.
basement. It it's crazy.
Oh man.
You feel like you're getting heavy just talking about it. So
It
what kind of energy do you feel in there? Is it just
So
chaos? Is it kind of
so for me, I made the comment to them afterwards. I told Deborah afterwards. I said, when we come back, before we even step foot in the building, we need to have a camera rolling from because the minute that we stepped in that building, we heard like literally no lie, the minute that we stepped into that building, we were hearing voices, we were seeing shadows, doors were moving, doors were opening and shutting. Like it took us so long to set up.
You're not sitting and waiting for somebody to come through.
No, it took
so?
us so long to set up because there was so much going on.
Yeah, I kind of touched base with you guys when you had gotten before you had started, and you were saying you're
Mhm.
already having a lot.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was wild from the minute that you step foot in this room
Does this
or in
place
this
have
building.
like the people who are regularly in the building? Is it like
Mhm.
everybody has stories? Some people have stories. Like what
Yes.
kind of
Most
Every
everybody in that building has
so
stories.
regularly
yeah,
things are happening?
Yes.
regularly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And
And
I
it's
mean,
been like this for years and years and years and years and years.
yeah. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite locations that we've done
Mhm.
Really?
because yeah.
Okay.
And we didn't even get to go. We didn't even get to explore all the different places. And this building, it has so many nooks and crannies, like so many rooms, so many nooks and crannies. We didn't even get to explore them all because we were getting so much activity all over the place. And
You know,
like,
I was thinking yesterday afternoon on the way home, as big as this place is, um, it probably would not hurt for us to pick up a few more people,
Mm.
for
professional
this,
people to come in.
yeah, for this location.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I would be all for that because it is huge. And you don't really think of it as being so big from the outside. I mean, it's big on the outside, but you don't really think of it as being so big on the outside. Just,
Well,
but
when you look at it from the outside, you would think, okay, 2 floors, big rooms, and no.
uh-uh. There's
Mm-mm.
teeny tiny rooms. It was literally from the minute that we walked in, it was just bam, activity left and right. We heard what sounded like doors opening and closing. We heard doorknobs jingling. We heard audible,
Whistling, humming,
yeah,
singing,
au-
talking.
audible voices. Like it
So
was
what equipment do you think was like the best to have?
the flashlights. We had so much luck with those mag lights. And
What's the things that Christy has that she sets out to help amp up?
oh, this, oh, what are they called? I know what you're talking about.
You don't need them.
You don't need them.
And
You have them
if
out.
somebody was to drag one out, I'd
No.
tell you real quick, like it's either me or that.
Yeah, we did
One
not
of us
drag
is
it
getting
out. We did
close.
not put it out.
So what
Mm-mm.
did you have?
We had the cat balls were going off, the motion lights were going off, the flashlights were responding to our questions, yes or no. Um, the trigger tray was going off like crazy.
What'd you have on the trigger tray?
Handcuffs.
Okay.
It was going off like crazy. We had tech issues with, so Candy's voice recorder didn't, she had it set to record and she put it outside of one of the rooms
Yeah.
and it did not record a single thing. The red light was on, it was recording when she put it down, it did, and it was still recording when she picked it up, and it did not record.
Well, and you said
My
you had an issue too, right?
my camera my camera had the second to last video, and this was on for like a while. Like it was recording for a while, hooked up to a battery pack, it was good. The second to last video was cut short by at least 5 minutes and turned off because the last video was literally a video of me picking up the camera to pack up.
So what
And
happened right before? Like, what would have been missing? Do you think? Like, did
I don't
you,
know. I don't know.
you remember anything? Any kind of experiences?
We were look, this place, to unless you're walking around with a notebook going, at this time this happened, at this
Oh,
time this
so maybe
happened,
we need to have somebody come do that next time.
because it was just boom, 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 boom,
It
boom,
was
boom.
crazy.
It was wild. It was absolutely wild.
How many
And
people were in attendance?
5 of us.
5 and then 2 of them.
Yeah,
How many people do you think we need, Deborah?
all of them, everybody.
Everybody, all of it.
20?
20. I mean, it's a lot of space to cover.
Okay.
I mean, I would say at least 5 and 5 for each.
Well, because it's so active, like I know a lot of times we wait until it's later because, activity increases, whatever. But being that it's going to start getting dark earlier, do you think it'd be worth trying to go to this place earlier since you don't need, like, it's already so active?
Girl, we got there at 5:30. We got there at 5:30 in the evening, and literally as soon as we walked in, we were getting boom, 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 boom,
But
boom.
that's what I'm saying, though, so that we have a longer time to be there. You know what I mean? Go at that same time again this way. Because a lot of times, we don't get home until like 2 something in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, that's possible, but I mean, I don't think I could have stayed in there later than I did just because
Right.
there was so much energy.
Yeah.
There was so much, and I was physically just drained of energy.
It's also interesting too that like we don't seem to have the same experience when we go to the same place more than once.
Yeah.
Like a couple places we've been to so many times, and like every time is so different.
Well, we really didn't even get to investigate the bottom floor.
No, I didn't get to talk to my boyfriend more than just a little bit.
Deborah, you're slacking. You're going to need a ghost boyfriend.
And no,
Look,
I got the
let me-
energy.
let me tell you, this was it was the funniest thing to me. Like this guy, so Sharon was there, and we all know that Sharon has the ability to communicate very, very well with them. Whereas like I'm still learning my abilities. She has the ability to word for word, this is what they're saying.
Okay.
And so we were setting up a camera in a hallway downstairs. And this guy comes through and is talking. And I said, I introduced myself. And out of habit, typically when I say my name, to like when I call in for food or whatever, out of habit, I'll go, I'm Erin, Erin. So I'll spell it. And so that's what I did. And he told Sharon that he liked me. And I said, oh, well, what do you like about me? He said, your voice. I said, well, I've never heard that before. Because I've always been like told that I have a very like nasally annoying voice.
Really? I don't think that.
Yeah.
When I think that, I think Fran Drescher, and you don't sound like Fran Drescher.
So I said, I was like, well, thank you. I've never heard that before. I appreciate that. And I said, well, what is your name? And he goes, John, Jon. So like he spelled it back then.
That's so funny because I was going to ask you when you had texted me about it, you had Jon, and normally it's you hear John. So I was literally, I'm like, how does she know how to spell his name?
Jon. And so he started flirting with me, which is funny because he started flirting with me through Sharon.
Is this on video?
No, it's not, unfortunately.
Oh.
Unless the video was recording then, which we were just getting it set up. And I said, "All right, John, well, we're going to go upstairs and we're going to investigate, but I want to come back down and talk to you more." He's like, "All right, my girl. All right." I'm like, "Okay." And like he was just very flirty. And at one point we were downstairs and I felt like a hand. I was wearing my tank
Oh.
top and I felt like a hand on my shoulder. Like, just kinda, like, brushed my shoulder, and I was like, "Oh," and I said, "John, was that you?" And Sharon was like, "Yes, it was."
They're like,
And
no further than the shoulder, buddy. No
yeah,
further.
well, that's why I think he
How does
liked
Robert
me.
feel about this?
Well, so I asked him, I said, "John, what year is it for you?" I was, like, asking him his age. He said he was 40. I said, "What year is it for you?" And he said 37.
Yeah.
37. So I think he liked me because I was the only one that had, well, other
Barren
than
skin.
that was barren skin.
Oh, okay,
You
what
got a
happened?
howler.
What
Oh,
happened?
bless her heart.
Mommy should be back soon. She's in the shower.
Oh my goodness. You got Shine over here looking around like, what is that? He's
But
probably thinking, well, we got rid of ours yesterday. Where's that coming from?
Where's what coming from?
That noise.
The baby.
Yeah, we
so,
had Deacon the weekend.
She hiding that baby somewhere?
so
No, Maisie.
so I think that he liked me because my shoulders were bare, and you know, shoulders make men lose their mind apparently. But he was flirty the entire night. Like he touched me, and then we went back downstairs toward the end of the night, and so I could say goodbye to him. And I asked him, I said, "We're gonna come back in a few weeks with some friends. Will you come out on the front porch?" I said, "We won't be able to come in, but can you come out on the front porch and talk to us?" And he goes, "I sure will, my girl." And then at one point there was, I said earlier when he first started talking to me, I said, I mentioned my husband, and he goes, mm, mm. I said, "Yeah, but he's gonna have to step up his game." He goes, "Yeah, he is, because you're my girl." I was like, "Okay, okay." So I have a ghost
Real ghost.
I have a ghost boyfriend.
So
And
I'm fixing to send over a name. Lenny, I want you to look at this name and tell me if you're familiar.
but oh yeah. Don't say it out loud though.
No, I won't. Yes.
She was there.
Oh, really? You told me about that
Mhm.
because there's a podcast, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was that was wild.
That was very emotional.
And as soon as that name was mentioned,
What?
I had to go out. I had to leave the building for a little bit. Because it got very like heavy.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, like that is probably my favorite, one of my favorite locations.
Well, I love that and I
Despite,
hate that at the same time. I hate that I missed it.
yeah,
But
but we're gonna go back, and we'll have a camera rolling from the get go. And I think
yeah,
instead
but
of
you're
trying,
assuming stuff will stay working. 'Cause
yeah,
we don't have
well,
cameras there.
to be honest, I think next time we go, we should just do POV cameras, and that way we're something recording at all times.
Right.
But in that way, instead of like worrying about setting out the baby monitors and stuff like that, it's just boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Well, and you can see on their security cameras.
Hungry.
On their security cameras, you can see the little man that was popping up, showing that there was somebody walking and there was nobody there.
Yeah, yeah. It
You
was
said
crazy.
that little man pops up all the time And there's
Yeah.
there's
Did you guys take a lot of pictures and whatnot too? Regular pictures?
I took a bunch of pictures. I posted them on the team page. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going back there. I got a bunch of I've got this much evidence from my videos so far. So I
Now,
have
is that questionable stuff or like I'm definite that I got?
some of it's questionable, but I got a lot of whistles on my video. A lot of whistles. And they were like, if it was outside, it would just probably it would be like a straight like, but
Yeah.
like these were like melodic, like very intentional whistles, like very intentional behind it. I got a weird like those toys that kids have. It's like a bendy straw, and like you turn it and it goes wow 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 wow
Oh yeah,
wow.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I got a sound like that on here. And that was wild. Couple disembodied voices, like it was yeah, this place, I can't wait to go back to it. It's huge and fantastic. I do think next time we go back, we might need to have a guy with us. I think just to kind of see.
Well, I have an idea of let me text you.
Texting me the ideas.
Get down.
So yeah, it was just definitely one of my favorite locations thus far. Um, it was cool. It was really cool. But yeah, he said that he
Access to new areas next time.
yes. Well, not only the access to new areas, but like the the opportunity to actually be able to investigate other than what we did on the top. We stayed on the top floor most of the night.
Right.
And then we were in the process of going downstairs, but um but
What
I
you say?
think yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Either one or both.
Or both, yeah. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. Um but we have to be careful with it too. But we'll get into more of that later.
Maybe if it's gonna be outside people, they just can't share or post anything to their own.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it was just a great overall 10 out of 10 recommend. Now, it did get a little funky from what I hear after me and Deborah left, but thankfully our team members are very smart and decided to get out of there. Um
How much longer were they there after you left?
about
10,
an hour.
15 minutes.
Oh yeah, it was quick.
Okay.
But I have a theory that I'll tell you off the recording. Um I have a theory as to why it went quickly. But but yeah, 10 out of 10 recommend. It was great. I want to go back. I can't wait to go back. So much activity. And I'll be honest, I never thought that that would be someplace that we would be allowed to investigate.
No, we're laying on it.
So it's awesome. But moving forward,
So what's our next investigation?
next investigation next week, we will be back at the Mount Tabor schoolhouse in Tabor City.
I've not
Um,
been either.
you haven't been to that one, and so I'm looking forward to it. We will probably go live from it since it's a very, very, very small location. We will probably go live. Um, but also, I mean, we have a presence in Tabor City, and they like when we come and do live. Um, but I'm looking forward to that. And then we got another undisclosed location at the end of the month that we're returning to.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This one was another favorite of ours. So I am super excited about that. But let's segue just a little bit because I got a couple of topics I want to throw out at you. We might get a little squirrely with these topics, but I want to kind of hear opinions on a few things.
Okay.
So the the well, first of all, I'm going to show you my screen. And I'm going to show you a um I'm going to show you a video that I I want you guys to be able to look at it on full screen. I sent you a video of it, but I want you to be able to look at it on full screen. All right? So pause for effect. I got to get it pulled up.
Milo. While she's pulling that up, Deborah, I should have called you last night. Milo went outside and put a toad in his mouth.
You
Oh,
doing
geez.
what?
Milo went outside and put a toad in his mouth, and he came in and he was foaming at the mouth for like a half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I
They'll
was like,
secrete something through their skin,
yeah,
so
but
the
that's
dogs will release them, and they say it tastes very nasty to them, but it'll make them foam at the mouth, and they'll be hacking and gagging and slobbering.
I was a mess. I was scared to go to sleep. I was scared he was going to start having seizures or something.
No, but he'll think twice before he messes with another toad.
You would think. We'll find out. He really likes those toads.
All right, I'm going to share my screen. All right, so don't worry about the audio. Just worry about what you see.
Hang on, I gotta move Maisie.
All right, it comes like 5 seconds. So just tell me when you're ready. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see it?
Yeah, that's strange.
Isn't it? But there's
Gianna,
another one.
over there.
There's another one that I want to show you too.
And there's no way that it could be a reflection off the plexiglass that's up there at the desk coming through the window to the plexiglass and back.
No, because you can see where the plexiglass starts.
Mhm.
All right, let's see.
Everybody's especially needy over here today.
Needy. Oh, this was the same video. Hold on.
It's over there. Go look. Go find your ball.
Hold on. I got another thing to show you. So this one, I originally debunked it, but then a few minutes later, you can see, like, I originally debunked it as a reflection, but the way it moves is weird, but also there is like a few minutes later, you can see where somebody else is standing and there's no reflection. So hold on. I'm gonna probably end up deleting all this out just for the fact of all that mess up. All right, so you're gonna watch that same spot. So I'm standing there. I'm standing right here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take some pictures.
Hang on, Gianna wants to see.
And there's nothing in the window right there.
So where her with the mouse, where to look? Oh.
Right here. So it happens in about 10. It happens in about 10 minutes. Or 10 seconds. So you can see there was a weird little flash there, but it doesn't happen again. And then watch that window. Did you see that?
There's too much. I don't know where to transition. It's too
All right,
fast.
watch right here. Watch right here. Don't worry about over here. Just watch. I'm sitting here pointing like you guys can see me.
See your mouse.
Okay, so watch right here. Did you see?
Caught it. I caught something earlier when you did it.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna do this.
Stop it, Milo. I don't know.
All right. Ready?
It smells the meat up here. That's not for you. That's not for you.
Did you see that
I
time?
seen that. I seen that. It's like it was walking by.
Yeah. I'm gonna play it one more time. Hold on. You ready? Okay. I'm gonna play it one more time.
Oh yeah.
Right?
What's on the other side of that?
Outside.
On the other outside.
Like, is it something
And
where
we're
somebody could be walking by? Is it first
no,
floor?
we're
Or
on the
second?
second floor.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, right? So I originally thought that it was
You
a
really
debunk.
gotta be looking for that though. That was a good catch.
Yeah. I thought that it was a debunk. I was like, that's my reflection. Well, about
Oh,
5
it
minutes later,
moves.
yeah. I was like, 5 minutes later, there's a clip of where I am, same spot, doing the exact same thing, and there's no reflection, there's no shadow, there's nothing.
Oh, that's a good
So
one.
yeah. So that
The only
one
thing
was
is that one's so hard, like to show people, because you really kind of got to like point and narrate so that you don't miss it because
right.
there's so much in the picture.
Right. So the funny thing is on my notes here for that specific video, I was like, I saw it at first. I was like, what the hell was that? And then, so I marked it down. I was like 850 shadow walking. And then I was like, debunked. That was a reflection. And then I was like,
Wait a minute.
let me watch a couple more times because the way that I move versus the way that it
Yeah,
moves,
you're like that way, and that's like that.
right. So, and it comes out from behind that pillar. And so the so I went back and watched it like 10 times. And I was like, no, there's no way that I can debunk that. Because and then fast forward, like I continued
Yeah.
watching and I see where I'm standing again at another point, and see I don't see that. There's no reflection there. So that's pretty wild.
See, that's the only thing I think we could miss with just doing the POV cameras because they're constantly
Yeah.
moving. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's true. Um But yeah, I mean, it's just that was a great location. But anyway, let's move on because I have a few topics that I want to get your opinions on.
Okay.
The first topic, have you guys heard about the the second moon that
Yeah.
is
Mm-hmm.
what is your take on that?
I'm not sure. I've not been following it enough to really have an opinion or say anything.
So my concern's probably a little bit different, like because I feel like I can always feel the moon, like different phases. Like I can always tell when a full moon's coming. Like
Yeah.
you could do it.
Yeah.
What does it mean when there's two moons? Like,
Right.
how is it going to affect energy and energy shift? How people are going to act? Like, I don't really care what it
Right.
means as far as like astronomy, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, all hell break loose.
Yeah, and it's kind of scary even though it's a technically not a moon, it's an asteroid, which is wild in and of itself. But like, yeah, how is it going to affect the tides? How is it going to affect the energy? How is it going to affect people? We have too much
Earthquakes, volcanoes.
exactly. We have enough like crazy people as it is. We don't need any more. So, I mean, that whole thing is very interesting to me. Um
I do want to try to see it though. I want to see. I'm sure
yeah,
they'll start posting like when and where to look and all that stuff.
yeah. But so yeah, the two moons I'm super intrigued because it's supposed to stick around for 2 months. I'm intrigued to see how it's going to affect things. Um,
What are the dates it's supposed to kind of?
to yesterday to November, I think like the first week of November.
Wait, so can we see it now if we go outside?
I don't think there's a moon out tonight, but you might be able to.
I wonder. So, I have one of those moon apps. Is that app going to change to show that there's more than
Two
one?
two
Yeah,
moons, yeah.
let's see.
Well, like I even looked it up. I was like, what does the Bible say anything about the two moons? Or is there any prophecies that say anything about the two moons? What can two moons mean? So anybody that's into like astrology, let us know what you think it means because
Well,
I'm very
did you come up
intrigued.
with anything online?
No, the only thing that popped, I mean, because it's so like rare that like the only thing that came up was the blood moon and um a splitting of a moon and stuff like that. But
Well, of course, there's some information on Reddit, but it's Reddit.
yeah. Um so yeah. Let me ask you guys this cuz I'm going to segue cuz we're almost to an hour. But I'm going to segue into the next topic of discussion because
Okay.
I have an interesting theory and as horrible as it may be, first, let me take a second first to just send our prayers and our thoughts out to Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, all of those who were affected, by this hurricane and who are dealing with this complete
Devastation.
devastation. So thoughts and prayers to you guys. If there is, there's a lot, especially here in Conway, there's a lot of people spreading like how to help. And so
Yeah.
if you guys are able to, definitely help out. If not, that's totally understandable. Just send them your prayers because they need it. There's people missing right now. There's people
They said
separated.
I think in just North Carolina, it was like over 1,000 people
And just Asheville alone. Um, I have one of my coworkers' brothers is an officer up there, and she was telling us showing us some of his text messages from today, and he said that it is it is like an apocalyptic universe up there in North Carolina. He said that people, because resources are so slim right now, people are people are um killing each other
What?
for resources. People are shooting each other. People
So
are
people are
people,
trying to bring resources. They can't. I mean,
they can't get in. Blanche, but
I know my company. We've had texts going all day. John and I were sitting packing up formula and diapers to bring to my office
yeah.
this week because they
Um
that are going to be going out that way, different churches. And I thought what you doing?
little baby.
Jesus.
Um but yeah, it's just complete and utter devastation, but people are starting to get a little chaotic with it and getting a little dangerous with it. So those
So
of
scary. Like people are already struggling, and they got to worry about stuff like that on top of like they're already.
yeah, it's absolutely horrible. So definitely want to send our thoughts and prayers to them. If you have the ability to donate, I encourage you to do so. Um, I am going to try and get together some things. There's a girl in my office who is taking up donations. Um, but yeah, it's absolutely devastating. But I do want to ask you because this theory has been going around a lot. Um, so Just a side note that this is for entertainment purposes. Um, but have you guys ever heard of HARP? HARRP.
I didn't until you posted it earlier, and then I was starting to look it up a little bit.
Yeah. So essentially, HARP is a government funded research facility that uses energy to create weather situations. Um, Hurricanes, tornadoes, um, uh, earthquakes, volcanoes. Like they have the ability to go in and cause these things to happen. They have the ability to create these massive storms that literally just dump water, causing flooding and devastation. So, one of the theories that I have heard, and again, it's just a theory, is that this particular hurricane was created by HARP, funded by the government as a ploy to hit some of the most red states.
So let me ask you. So if you're going with that as the theory, because now the storm that we just had here locally, right before that one, that did good bit of damage in like Leland area.
Yeah,
Do you think that was a first attempt and it didn't work, so they had to do again because that was supposed to be Helene or Helena, whatever it is.
yeah,
Um, and then whatever it didn't hit as strong as it.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, if you think about it, there is one, you know, there is one party that is currently, and there's one party in DC that is currently got to be shaking in their boots. They don't want the other party to win. And so it's almost like, and we've said it before, we've said, what if I've said that I feel like something's going to happen where they're going to affect the election. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so what if this is an opportunity for them if they isolate the people, right? They can't
Getting
get
out
out.
and voting is gonna be the last thing on people's mind.
Exactly.
I don't know
Exactly.
because you have some of those hard people
Yeah,
too
but
who will know it's a
like
ploy
up
and
in
they'll
the
be like,
Great Smokies, these people probably aren't going to be able to get out.
Exactly. So think about it. Florida, red state. Georgia, red state. North Carolina is a swing state, can go either way, but the mountains of North Carolina is very much red.
Red.
Tennessee is red. South
South
Carolina is
Carolina red.
red.
well, not only could they not, well, on that, my sister was just telling me this morning that I guess Biden just did some other thing where he just sent a bunch of money, like a bunch of money elsewhere to help, and then
Mhm.
said that sorry, we don't have money to help North Carolina, like for this storm.
Right.
Basically, like
Right.
sorry, FEMA has no more money now.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it kind of makes sense in my mind because they're wanting to, they're not, we don't know if they're wanting to or not. It is speculation, entertainment, don't come for me.
Maybe you think it's gonna take them over a month to kind of rebuild that area because
Not even, like, it's going to take them longer than that. I mean, Chimney Rock is completely gone. I mean, they're going to have to clean out the mud. They're going to have to clean out, rebuild their stores and their economy.
I watched a video of a house floating down the street before.
Yeah. So on that note, that brings me into my next thing. Have y'all heard of the port strikes?
I don't know. Give me more information.
So the seaports, the workers of the seaports are set to go on strike because the federal government is refusing their pleas of compensation.
When did this all start?
I heard about this about a week or so ago. So all of the eastern seaboard ports, every worker is set to go on strike. So what's going to happen if the seaports are closed because the federal government is not wanting to give funds to compensate for all that they do, because it's the seaports are not, they're not, um, I think they're federally funded. I think. But they go on strike, you think about it. How long is it going to take before grocery stores start drying up, before all of that?
Historically, when those things happen, they don't really let them go too long, do they?
I don't know. But
Like in our lifetime, I don't think we've experienced anything where a closed shutdown was that long.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, but how long? Think about it. The gas lines to last year or the year before, the gas lines got ransomed, and the gas lines were out of commission for 2 days, maybe 3, and you couldn't get gas anywhere. Gas was almost $4 a gallon, and you could not find gas anywhere. Everywhere you had gas was sold out. You know what I mean? So how long would it take for chaos to ensue if these ports close?
Not too long.
Not long at all.
Exactly.
I mean, you know how it is when you just hear storms coming and the milk and bread people come out like crazy. As soon as you say you
I
can't
mean
have something, everybody's in panic.
yeah, think about it. During COVID, we had a shortage on toilet paper because people were
I
like,
did it.
but people were like, you have to go out and you have to buy all the toilet paper because you're going to be stuck in your house for 3 weeks or whatever.
I apologize in advance. I was definitely one of those people. That's the you can leave me without food, but you're not leaving me without toilet paper. I had toilet paper for like 3 months after COVID.
Yeah. But I mean, it's crazy to think about, but these are just some of the things that have been on my mind lately. I will say we in Horry County were definitely lucky to
No, we were blessed
absolutely to
to be
not get
spared.
that storm. And we've been hit pretty hard within the last 10 years.
Well, and then
And
you have that dam break in Lake
yeah,
Lure that's just
yeah.
added to it.
Oh, absolutely. So, I mean, it's going to be a long road to recovery for them. And my heart breaks for like all the people that still can't find their loved ones and can't get out of their house. So, but definitely send them your thoughts and prayers. But yeah,
My husband has a cousin up there
yeah,
in Bakersfield and nobody can get in contact with him.
mm, it's just so sad. I mean, like the videos that I see, you feel like you're watching like a post-apocalyptic movie. Um,
So
and
I was watching a video earlier when the email came through for the podcast, a car that had slid down a mountain that was sitting in a river
yeah,
mouth.
yeah. And I mean, and there's highways, like main highways that connect Tennessee to North Carolina and vice versa. There's highways that are gone,
Missing.
completely gone, completely cut off. So,
Well, the
um,
little town of Unicoi is, I don't know that it'll ever connect.
yeah, yeah, it's heartbreaking, but yeah, and yeah, I mean, on that note, you doing, sweet baby?
Hey, Dumpling, what you doing?
She's like, I just had my dinner and my medicine.
She said, "I'm good." Oh, I gotta go
Mhm.
take my medicine. But all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. And so yeah, on that note, uh, if y'all have any theories about the two moons or about harp or whatever, let us know. And Yeah, there you have it. Some weird theories, a fun investigation. What will we get into next? And until next time, y'all come back now, you hear? Bye.
Bye.
Bye.